Hello and welcome to Model Dads. Today I thought we'd undertake a bit of a retrospective by comparing one of the Plastic Soldier Company's most recent infantry sets, British Paratroopers 1944-5, with their most well-established range, Russian Infantry in Summer Uniform. The Russian Infantry in Summer Uniform set contains 130 figures on 5 large sprues for around £18.50 and includes 6 junior officers, 45 riflemen or SMGs and 6 LMG teams with loaders. A painting guide using Vallejo colour model paints is included on the rear of the box, and there's an instruction sheet inside for the assembly of the 10 two-part figures. By and large, figures are cleanly cast, but some suffer from conspicuous mould lines and flashing. Whilst easily removed from the sprue, the points are not entirely convenient and can lead to some unsightly flashing on upper surfaces. The two-part figures, a little reminiscent of Priest's 187 scale military range, enable a limited range of alternative poses but are fiddly to remove, clean up and assemble. Joints are either flat or of a ball and socket type, where a liquid cement, like plastic weld, is recommended for assembly. Poses are limited and some more wooden than others, particularly the terribly distorted grenade throwers. The inclusion of ancillary figures like the 2 medics, particularly the unique female figure wearing either a 41 pattern uniform or hitched 43 skirt combo, and the more dynamically posed NCO compensate in part. Infantry figures are represented firing, advancing or prone, and modelled wearing a Mark 39 helmet and or pilotka, a 35 or 43 tunic, breeches and 38 pattern boots, common up until 1942 and marking these out as most appropriate for early to mid-war. Webbing includes 39 backpack, greatcoat rolled up and worn over the shoulder, pouches, water bottle and some entrenching tools. Weaponry is typical for the period and includes Mosin 91 rifles, PPSH 41 SMGs and an excellent 2-man DP28 LMG team. The more recent British Paratrooper 44-45 set contains 144 hard plastic miniatures for £21.50 and includes 3 2-inch mortar teams, 3 PIAT teams and command figures. A painting guide is also included on the reverse, along with a nice example from Piers using Vallejo paints from the model colour and game ranges. Unlike the older Russian set, no assembly instructions are included, but the proximity of parts on the sprue makes assembly relatively self-explanatory. The 3 command sprues contain 10 figures, 4 two-part prone PIAT and 2-inch mortar crews, and 6 standing or kneeling officers stroke NCOs and a radio operator. Figures separate neatly from the sprue and the majority are cleanly cast, with any visible mould lines easily removed with a fine sanding stick. The command stand is modelled in what's fast becoming customary postures for Plastic Soldier Company's recent infantry sets. Unfortunately, this means that a few of those wooden poses remain. On the plus side, it's great to see the inclusion of an appropriately modelled 38 wireless set radio operator and observer. The 9 infantry sprues contain 12 figures, including a 2 two-part Bren team. Infantry figures are modelled in a variety of poses, advancing, firing and prone. Unlike the Russian infantry, proportions are more in keeping with Battlefront's heroic 15mm scale. Figures are modelled wearing either the customary maroon beret or Mark I-II steel helmet with Hessian strips, denizen Spock, trousers parachutist with the characteristic thigh pocket, gaiters and ankle boots. Infantry webbing is modelled more or less accurately, although the respirator bag is omitted. Armament includes No. 4 rifles, Mark II Stens and Bren LMG, along with typical support weapons like the PIAT and 2-inch mortar. Socketed joints ensure a neat fit for the prone 2-part Bren team. Great to see the cardboard mortar bomb transport tubes included as a bonus. Would have been fantastic if the sprue could have included more of these extras like wicker panniers, collapsible trolley or Mark I containers. As one might expect, the last 6 years have seen significant improvements in the Plastic Soldier Company's infantry sets, the majority of which are, in my mind, more than welcome. The move from 1 to 2-part sprues has improved the balance of figures in a set. I love the Russian medic, but I don't really need 5. The presence of a separate command sprue in the recent British and German Paras set is a welcome addition that could further be enhanced through the inclusion of otherwise unique ancillary figures like medics, radio operators, wire layers, dispatch riders, military police, surrendering wounded or dead, and or their associated equipment like panniers, spare weaponry or other equipment. If this could complement the requirements of the battle group rules, so much the better. Relative proportions is probably the most significant and controversial change. Personally, I prefer the look of chunkier figures, consistent with my collection of Battlefront and Peter Pig's range of metal figures, and I'm looking for complementary alternatives to both of these ranges, and I'm grateful in that sense for the retention and improved assembly of the two-part figures. Out go the fiddly arms and in come socketed joints. If I could offer a suggestion for improvement, I'd like to see the inclusion of optional heads to enable conversions and promote diversity within a set. Poses have improved, with many now significantly more convincing and dynamic. Only a few bugbears remain among the posture of NCOs. Quality and pricing remain as high and competitive as we have come to expect from the Plastic Soldier Company, and if you can take advantage of the many flash sales, I couldn't think of a better place to start a British and Commonwealth or Wehrmachtwaffen SS force. In terms of future ranges, it would be nice to see sets of winterized Russians, Germans and Commonwealth forces, as well perhaps as something slightly more exotic like Chindits or additional crews for Plastic Soldier Company's splendid range of vehicles. Well, there you go, a quick whiz over two of the Plastic Soldier Company's infantry sets. Any thoughts? Speak your brains in the comments field below. Till next time.